Sanibonani. Njani? So yebo igama lami nguSanele Ngcobo. I'm from eNamthali. I'm currently working at University of Pretoria. Now, story of my life. And at the end of this session, please don't forget this. I'm here to tell you that education changed my life and it also changed my life. So what happened? As I feel about, we had to travel from Enamthali to here, give up. But then when he passed away, we had to walk from Enamthali to here on daily basis. But we had one thing in mind, and that thing was that because we were suffering a lot, So we said to ourselves, what can we do to go out of poverty? There was only one option. We had to choose between two things. Either we stay in poverty forever, or we choose to go out of poverty through education. Let us take this poverty. You know, in most cases, we look at it as into aid. But there's also another good side of it. And then that good side is that you must enjoy it, you must celebrate it. Make it be your motivation. Say to yourself, because I'm suffering today, tomorrow I want to be a better person. Say to yourself, because today in Sasa I want to be a better person. You are not going to go anywhere in life if you are running away from your circumstances of today. Make that, embrace them, be happy once you get to the for the first time in your life. Just say, I'm accepting it. Today I'm in poverty, but I won't be in poverty tomorrow. And you know, I remember one day I woke up in the morning. I said to myself, no man, but I cannot continue living like this. What can I do? I remember walking down to a place called Besta, asking for a job. I remember there was an Indian guy who came to me and said, we can give you a job. I'm convinced in and I said, wash this car, I will give you 5 rand. Remember, that's humiliation. You are being told to wash a car and you are going to get 5 rand. And at that point, you are desperate. Got a bursary, I went to the Pretoria. I studied there. And then fortunately, you know, if you come to Enamthali, then you arrive at University of Pretoria, you meet someone from Devon girls, you meet someone from Pretoria girls, from Pretoria boys. You know, Labantu Vele, hey, and in the final year, I got a certificate for highest academic record in the program. But now, you know what? Maybe someone can tell you, no, it is too late for you. It is not too late. You still have these 50-something days. You can still change everything. But now, what happens is that from now on, each and every second will count. If you lose a second, a minute without studying, you have lost a mark. You must always remember that you have lost something. So, from now on until you start writing, try pause everything happening in your life. You know, I will even forget. I'm sure all Mama Betemakaya, they would be happy even to say, no man, for these 2 months, I am fully. For these 2 months, I will watching this video. Focus on education. You know, there's one thing that you maybe you haven't realized. You know, happiness from abazali bethu uma besibona siphatha ayikho into ebajabulisa njengaleyo. On challenge umzali wakho uthi ma ufuna ukutshengisa ukuthi uthanda. And the only way I'm going to show my love for you is by passing with highest possible mark. And as an experiment, take your report, just take it to your mother. If you told her 90%, go to them, look at their face, look how they feel, they will be excited. That is what they want to see. They want to see us being successful in life. They put their lives at risk for us. They go through pain just because of us. You don't know how much pain they go through when they see us failing. They go through a lot of pain. Some of your parents today are even sick, they are even having hypertension, and many other things because of us, because of the stress that we put upon them. Do they deserve that kind of? I don't think they do. I think they deserve much better than work. We can change that. We can change if we want to do. Look, how many are we here? Look, if all of us were to pass, think what will happen to the future of them now. Think if all of us were to go to a university, if all of us were to get a degree. So now, don't tell yourself, no man, I'm not good. You are good enough. You passed grade 11 because you were good enough to be here. don't feel ashamed of yourself. No one did you any favor. You are here because you deserve to be here. Even if never back push that they were just selected because there is so a potential in you that you can still make it. And do not let them down. You know, a sad truth, but I'm today happy that I have to share this story. You know, from primary high school, I've never had an opportunity of tasting the KFC. Not because I wanted to. You could smell it. You could hear people, you could see people eating it. You could also want to one day to eat it, but because of poverty, you couldn't even touch it. But you could see people eating it. But after we were going around, we were selling our tomatoes, and many other things. So we're known as boys of tomatoes. So, but it was painful. It was painful. We could feel the pain. But what did we say? We said we cannot remain in this life forever. We have an opportunity. So now, two options. You go this direction or you go this direction. You change your life or you remain the same. Now, I'm challenging you. In 5 years to come, that will be about in 2021. You can be a better person. If you go today or maybe tonight, you go home and there's no food, it's fine. Take it, embrace that. Say, this pain that I'm feeling today, I want to come back in 2021 and I will be a better person. I will be the better house. If I can't come out because I'm a window, as well, embrace that, celebrate it. But then don't just celebrate it and just stay. Use whatever you have to change your life. And education, the power of education. Education is one of the most powerful tools. And in South Africa, and now I'm just talking about South Africa as general. In South Africa, our people, especially us, as we're still suffering. But unless we realize that education is one of the only options that we have, then we're still going to remain in the same. We're still going to remain in poverty. Let us make now education to be in fashion. Let us fashionalize it in a way that now, when I have marks, instead of debating let us debate about marks. I'm a marks. Let us debate about marks now. When I have a vision, and that vision is that we should change this nation. We just have to change it. But I've just realized we cannot do it without you. So now, main role players here are you guys. If we do it like this, then we're going to change this nation. There's a player called Ronaldo. He's playing soccer. He's one of the richest players in the world. In fact, I think he is the richest player in the world. But a guy does not sleep. A guy works hard. A guy still exercises for 5 hours. And when you are suffering, but still you don't want to suffer, to feel the pain of studying, how do you go to bed without studying while you see your mother studying, going around selling or whatever? How do you sleep at 8 o'clock and you know we are going to be writing exams in 2 months' time? How do you sleep? Don't you see that we are almost there? We are just, you can see it now. From grade 1 to grade 12. Just imagine, remember all those years, you have been suffering for all those years, and now you have to get your prize. And that prize will be Matric work. You have so many hours, 24 hours a day, about 50 days you have. So just imagine how many hours do you have. So now, look at it in this way. When you lose each and every hour, so count. If when I was at university, I was even counting hours. Okay, now I'm going to study. If maybe who studied it 10 days before Spanish, this is about 240 hours. Then I calculate, okay, so in these 240 hours, how am I going to make sure I use them in a right way? And then I make a timetable. Okay, at this time I'll do this, at this time I'll do that. And I always feel pain when I see an hour passing, because I don't see that just as time, but I see that as marks. I've lost marks. Now, math, science, whatsoever. Okay, prove them wrong. sibahlukumezile abazali kakhulu, sibahlukumezile. You know, they do whatever they can to make sure we are safe, but definitely let us change South Africa, let us change our country, let us change our province, let us change our district, let us change our school. In education, we can change this school. Education changed my life, it can also change yours. I thank you.